That girl knows what the best beer review is, and so should you. It should be all in your eyes. Spit or Swallow beer review. Shagdog.
Jammer fan, a.k.a. Steven Skull.
Right.
Steven.
And we got Jorge Pasqual here. And Jorge is going to give us a special beer today, for me at least. Oh, it's Dos Equis Watermelon, straight out of the ass.
Well, Jorge left a little present in my pool. I had to kind of sift this out. I went out to the swimming pool this morning, and I was like, Jorge left a note and said, "Hey, bro, I got really tanked on watermelon margaritas and kind of left you these leavings." Actually, so this is a proprietary blend I just made. Normally, I take a little bit of this electrolyte watermelon powder I have and put it in the Mountain Time, and it makes it taste watermelony. It makes it taste good. But I also added some of the cherry limeade. I had a little cherry limeade beer left, and I added in here too. So look at this thing. This is cherry limeade watermelon Mountain Time.
Oh, that's great. That sounds like a great drink.
I mean, yours. What's yours look like? Is it pink and all? Is it got?
No, it's not even pink. It almost looks like a regular beer. Yeah, it looks like a regular beer.
This is like the watermelon showdown. So, and
I can't read the can. Nothing on Beer Advocate, but I don't know. It suggests it's a 4.2%, just like lemon lime wine or whatever. So, or lime and salt.
This is going to surprise you, but this is also not on Beer Advocate. Surprisingly, this is not on Beer Advocate.
Right, the Mountain Time is, but everything else,
yeah. Not crazy Mountain Punch, And I got John Lennon here. He knows what's up. Look at this guy. Like, I'm pointing the wrong way. Look at this guy right here.
I see him.
Oh,
but mine almost smell like watermelon, like bubble gum or bubblicious or something. Yeah, bubble gum, bubblicious, a little bit like that kind of watermelon. Let's try it.
Yeah, just dig into this thing.
Wow, it's almost got like a bubble gum watermelon taste to this. Interesting.
Mine tastes like I'm at a college party, and that I fucked up, and that this is like a horrible drink.
Yeah, I don't know if this is bubblicious or bubble yum. I don't know. They still make both of those brands, Bubblicious and Bubble Yum.
For the second time tonight, I'm getting pizza notes, which isn't good. Like I've had and it was from this beer the first time. It kind of tastes like pizza.
Damn, that's not good. And
like it tastes kind of like next day pizza. But kind of like do you? So, are you a follower of the Hawaiian pizza? I'm a worshiper of the Church of Hawaiian Pizza. I love pineapple and ham on my pizza, man.
I like it, but I like when Domino's had the Hawaiian volcano pizza, which was pineapple, ham, hot sauce, jalapenos.
Holy!
I think it had something else, some other type of meat on there, bacon.
All right.
I think it had bacon on there too. Yeah, it was great. And they stopped making it, but you can still get it made. You can tell them what you want on it.
You just got to special order it. I will say that I'm getting some Hawaiian pineapple. It tastes like a Hawaiian pizza. What I'm getting, man. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Interesting, yeah.
For better or for worse.
If you like that Hawaiian volcano pizza from Domino's, what really sucked is once they got rid of it and you tell them to make it, they charge you really a lot extra, for all that stuff.
Oh, I forgot. I did put some of the mango beer in this too. So it had the mango, the cherry beer, and watermelon electrolyte mixed in with Mountain Time. So of course it's going to taste like fucking pizza.
Yeah. Plus your higher elevation. So.
Yeah.
How many feet are you above sea level?
I mean we're higher than the Mile High City, so it's at least I think it's like 4,000 something feet. But I'll do
so the Mile High City is not actually a mile high.
It is, yeah, it is mile high. Elevation of Fort Collins, Colorado.
The elevation of Fort
5,000 feet.
I thought a mile was like 5,200 feet or something like that.
I thought it was like 3,700. I mean, I guess we had to Google it, man. Shit.
Yeah, Google it.
All right.
Those people in Denver are wrong.
All right. Well, how many feet are at a mile?
To convert from miles to feet,
5,280. So,
Yeah.
but then maybe Denver might be. Let me see, like elevation of Denver, Colorado.
5,280.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There exactly.
All right.
So I guess we're about 200 some feet lower than Denver, but we're pretty high up there, man.
That's high. I'm probably about 20 feet above sea level right now.
Yeah. I got about 5,000, give or take, a rounding error on you. Yeah.
Tell you go to Key West. I think the highest point in Key West is like 8 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
That's not good for when a hurricane comes.
So this is kind of just like one of those fantasy things that's never going to happen, but I would love if I could mix this beer with the pizza beer you guys had that one night and really make a pineapple Hawaiian pizza beer.
You get a whole pizza beer with a pineapple beer and a ham beer.
So this beer has a cheesiness because remember that it's got that like sour ale in it, and that's kind of sometimes dairy's got that like sour cream or whatever. It has that like lactosey sour. Right. It kind of gives it that cheesiness, man.
Yeah, and even if you don't have if you get those pineapple and all those other flavors,
and the spiciness. You know how sometimes they put some black pepper and some cayenne or whatever in the mango had the pepper and the salt and the pepper. You got to throw that shit in there, dude.
Right.
Like it could have been the perfect pizza. Like I don't think they make that pizza beer. I've never seen a beer like you guys. That was probably one of the coolest beers you guys ever reviewed.
That was from the Game of Thrones.
I really like the Game of Thrones beers too. Those were pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
I mean, they sucked as like a beer, but I like the show, so it was cool seeing you guys tackle them, man.
Hey, that's an interesting thing you said because somebody on Facebook, some group I'm in there, like if there's a TV show you want one more season out of, what would it be? One more season. Which TV show that you like throughout your life? It could be Elf if you want.
I would go with Cheers, dude.
Yeah. You know what I went with? Quantum Leap.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Quantum Leap. And they were supposed to show the evil. Remember there was the evil Quantum Leapers, but they never fleshed out the story?
Right. And then with him, they just said, Sam never leaves home. He just keeps helping people. That was basically
he just keeps, that kind of sucks too, though.
But it'd be a nice...
You could pick back up at any time.
He's old now,
Yeah,
I don't know if Dean Stockton's still alive. The guy that played the hologram.
Yeah, he is,
Is he still alive?
Al's alive, dude. They're all alive, bro.
They could do a movie out of that, Oh, Al's still out there 30 years later, still saving lives,
Dude, I love Quantum fucking Leap, bro. Dude, Betty White, dude. Hold on. Quantum Leap, like Betty White was on an episode. Let me see if I can find her. Hold on. Wait, she's over here.
She was on one of the episodes? Wow.
Yeah. Hold on. Like, see if I'm right. Do Google Betty White or Google Golden Girls Quantum Leap. Dude, one of them 4 motherfuckers was on Quantum Leap.
All right, let's check.
Golden Girls Quantum Leap.
4 motherfuckers. All right, let's check. Quantum Leap, Golden Girls.
Something's got to come up, man. Something's got to come up on that shit.
What the hell? I'm not connected to the internet. What's up?
Oh, shit. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Not a Golden Girls problem.
Golden Girls, Quantum Leap. NBC promo, Quantum Leap. Let me watch the video. It shows somebody. Wait, it's him dressed up as a woman. Sam leaps into Golden Girls TV show. So he leaps into the show.
Oh, yeah. So, dude, he leaps into the show, bro. Yeah. Fuck, I knew there was something going on. There was some kind of...
That's pretty good. I like that.
I knew he was fucking with Betty White. You're like, oh, fuck you. And I was like, boom. Quantum
Young
Leap,
girl.
Stay Golden. That
Stay
bitch dead,
golden,
but that's
golden
cool.
boy. They had good episodes on there. I liked it. It was pretty good. A lot of those shows.
I like Golden Girls, man, and you got to give me props for having
Oh,
like.
Golden Girls too. Yeah, Quantum Leap when he leaped into some girl as a rancher and she knew Buddy Holly, and he was singing
Oh,
the song.
look, Betty White. Look at there's Betty
Peggy's-
White right there, dude.
He was
Betty
singing the
White.
song Piggy Sue instead of Peggy Sue, and he told him, "Hey, maybe you should change
Oh
it
yeah.
to Peggy Sue." And he's like, "Peggy Sue," because he's going, "Piggy Sue, Piggy Sue." And then Sam told him, "Hey, how about you change it to Peggy?" He's like, "Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue." Yeah.
I was like Carmen San Diego. Have you ever heard of Carmen San Diego?
Yeah,
It was like that kid show.
yeah.
Like, look at this. Look at my face right now. I'm
You
like,
look
you know, they have a song like,
Carmen's-
"Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?" They like it was like a stupid show for kids, but it had like the bitch had the hat.
Yeah.
The bitch had the hat.
Right. Jammer's missing out on all this.
Oh, look, Carmen San Diego never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Jammer's better, but he likes the Beatles, which is actually, you know, that's why I have a Beatle here. I just want to make sure that Jammer doesn't think I'm trying to like take him over or that I fucking hate him or something. I love you,
We
Jammer.
never know. I could relocate with my job, so you can become a new Jammer at any time.
It would be like, so talking about 2.5 Men earlier in another video, it'd be like where Ashton Kutcher took over for Charlie Sheen. Remember, they brought in a younger guy. I'm not saying I look like Ashton Kutcher or anything, but you're like, we replaced you, Jammer.
Oh, he'd be easier to replace, yeah.
But dude, no, actually, Jammer, he's a wise man. You guys are both cool. You guys are. Nobody could replace either of you guys. That's what. Oh shit! Sorry. That mango chili beer will give you. You better take some fucking Tums with that shit, right?
Oh, I'm doing good.
I had burps the whole night from that thing.
I had burps earlier, but they're gone now.
Yeah, I think it comes and goes.
My stomach is
I forgot your stomach is steel, man. You got the stomach of steel. I forgot about that.
Many years of hardcore training.
Well, I still got a little beer left.
Yeah, I got a little bit left. Cheers.
Cheers, man. So mine's a Frankenstein monster of a beer, but I want to hear what yours.
It tastes really weird. It's like a watermelon. It's like a Dos Equis, but a regular Dos Equis, but watermelon flavor in it.
Does it smell more like watermelon on the nose? Do you get like that Jolly Rancher?
It's more of a bubble gum watermelon.
Oh yeah, the bubble gum. Yeah, the bubble gum on the nose. But not unpleasant though, right? Is it unpleasant?
It's not bad. It's just nothing special. I mean, for me, it doesn't do nothing for me. Yeah, it's like watermelon flavored beer. Okay. Yeah. But I probably give it a. Let me go ahead and get one more sip. It's weird tasting. I mean, I probably give it a C minus swallow. It's drinkable. It's just nothing special, really. You can try and make something special like that, but it might not be special.
Well, let's give our esteemed viewers a little bit of like, let's give them a comparison. How would you rate it against the lime one?
The lime one's a lot better.
All right.
The lime flavor, the salt. You still can taste the beer taste. This just tastes like a fruity watermelon drink.
But there's salt in this one again, right? Correct? There's salt in this one? It's like salt and watermelon?
But not as much. You can't taste the salt. Well, this one just says watermelon. The other one says lime and salt.
Ah, okay.
It does taste a little salty, but not as much as the other one.
Not as much, huh? So they kind of like phoned it in and just they just wanted to basically add another beer into the pack, right? And they just kind of made a bullshit beer.
I mean, there's 4 flavors. We got the watermelon, lime, and salt. I forget what the other 2 are. I mean, got them in the fridge, but nothing special apparently. Hey, are you a wrestling fan?
Oh man, so I got to give you the compact answer to that question that also has some complexity to it. As a kid, the first toys I played with, dude, were the wrestling action figures. And they even have a Netflix. There's a Netflix documentary on wrestling toy action figures. It's called The Toys That Made Us. It's like season 2, and it's like the wrestling. It talks about all the history of wrestling action toys, dude.
Wow.
So I loved playing it out as a kid. Like I loved having wrestling matches of my own, like with my toys. But I only casually watched wrestling. It was just to get ideas so I could just go out on my own and make my own matches. I wasn't like a diehard fan.
So you had action figures of wrestlers. Who did you have?
It was like in the Jake the Snake days, like Macho Man Randy Savage, Jake the Snake. I don't know. Obviously Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, so the 80s, late 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's a show on Spike TV called Dark Side of the Ring. We're going to have season 3 out this year on May 6th, but it's all the dark story, the wrestling, like Chris Benoit or, all the different shit. Yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to have this season, they're going to have Brian Pillman, Dynamite Kid. Yeah. Anyhow, it's a good show. But how many wrestling stories can you tell? They're dark stories. But they got a spinoff already called Dark Side of Football, and that comes out May 16th. Premiere for that one. So it's dark side of football players' stories, whether they're taking steroids or whatever the hell they're doing, killing people. Who knows, right? And now they got another show coming out, but it's not coming out anytime soon. Maybe next year. Called Dark Side of Hollywood. I was like, oh, they got spinoffs coming out one after the other now.
Yeah.
But the Dark Side of the Ring is pretty good. Last year they had like Jimmy Snuka. He supposedly murdered a girl back in 1983. Never got convicted. Then a couple of years ago, right before he died, they were trying to convict him of the crime, and he died during a trial, so he never went to jail for it. They had a whole bunch of good ones, The Bret Hart screw job, all the different shady stuff, good stuff. But it's really funny because all these old-time wrestlers are almost all dead, It's like they don't live very long, 50s and 60s and then kaput at the most. You might get occasional, like Hulk Hogan's 70 years old now. I mean, that's good for a wrestler, actually, to be that old.
So I have a funny story I got to tell about Hulk Hogan really quick. About 20 years ago, I got a job at a liquor store, and my boss looked, acted, and was exactly like Hulk Hogan. He'd be like, hey, brother, you got to go stock the kegs and put this stuff away, brother. And he'd have a short temper, too. He'd be like, brr. He'd get all, like, super mad and shit. It was like having Hulk Hogan as a boss. It was crazy, dude. It was like working at a liquor store and having Hulk Hogan as a boss. It was, but honestly, dude, working at a liquor store is a fun job. You just get to, like, walk around, and that's actually how I got into craft beer, dude. I just got to walk around the store all day and just dust stuff and stock beer and read all the packaging, and I learned that there was more than just like Bud Light and all these things, Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he had a heart attack a couple years ago, but he's such a mean fuck that he kept going, dude. He's good.
Yeah, we should travel out there with you and do a beer review with him. Listen, you little bastards.
So get this, and this is ironic. He was an ex-alcoholic that started a liquor store. So he actually can't drink. But he said that that's why he wanted to start a liquor store, because he said he wouldn't dip into his own stock. And I was like, okay.
So you'd rather push it off on other people.
Well, he said he wouldn't drink his own profits, I guess. But he acknowledged that it's an addictive thing. I don't know. That's why I'm not talking about the liquor store or the guy. I'm just going to say it's a Hulk Hogan-looking guy that, was an alcoholic that ran a liquor store.
He's an alcoholic that is like not an alcoholic anymore, but he's like, I hope the other people are.
Yeah, it's a pretty good business plan, dude. If you want to fuck people up,
if you're a former alcoholic, you know how people drink.
It's brilliance. I don't know. You actually, I never thought about it quite that sick before. I thought it was just like he wanted to be in a high profit business, and he was like, at least I'm not gonna, I'm not going to be tempted by what I'm selling. But yeah, he is kind of like, fuck all you, everybody else, you know?
You want to drink, that's your problem. I
Yeah.
already recovered from mine. Fuck all of you. Well, it's like when I do delivery, I'm like, I can't believe people pay. They live 2 blocks away from the restaurant. They're paying a $3, $4, whatever the hell the delivery charge is, paying me a $3 tip. They're paying $7-8 extra. Plus the prices on some of the products are probably up a little bit because I'm sure DoorDash, say a Whopper.
There's convenience fees and all those other stuff. Yeah. Dude, Shagdog, you're so right on. I will see. I'm famously cheap, dude. People that know me know I love quality food, but that I'm also cheap. And I'm like, why would I pay $30 for somebody to deliver me a burger if I can just cook that shit here and do everything like I do? I cook everything at home that I can.
Yeah, everything's about money. That's just the way of the world. And the more you can save, the better.
Yeah. But I'm glad that at least you guys are making some premiums for the people that are going to order the shit. I've done it before. Like if you're drunk or the weather's bad, you know, like if it's snowing.
That's a good one, yeah. Or if it's raining here in Florida.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck it. And it's almost like, okay, if I go out and smash my car, that's going to cost me $3,000, but it's just like $30 to order some food. I'm just going to pay the $30, you know?
Right. Yeah.
It sucks that you guys have to go out in the bad weather, though.
Yeah. Well, if it gets really bad, I'll put it on pause. I'm not driving the shit's downpour where I can't see 10 feet in front of me. But there's a lot of people out there that don't tip or anything at all, you know. But I don't take their orders unless it's the last week of the month because I have to get my rates up the last week of the month. Then I'll take those shitty orders. But those $3 orders for 5 miles, 6 miles, I ain't taking that. A lot of drivers won't even take nothing unless it's $2 per mile, and that's up and back. So say I'm at McDonald's. I'm parked at McDonald's, and I get an order from McDonald's, and it's going 6 miles. There's people that won't even take that unless it's $12, you know. So it's like $2 per mile, 6 miles out, 6 miles back.
So I'll tell you, dude, I appreciate drivers. Here's my personal rule, dude. It's either 30% tip or $7, whatever's more. So if it's a super small order, you're gonna at least get $7 no matter what. But 30%, you're probably gonna get more. You're probably gonna get 15 or 20. Yeah. I tip high, dude. I don't order that much, but when I do, dude, I tip well.
There's another problem too with DoorDash too. Some of these longer ones, it might say 5 miles, $7. And do I want to drive 5 miles, come 5 miles back? That's 10 miles. And I won't take it. But sometimes they hide. It's like you go ahead and take it. Okay, let me take that, and you can do it, and then it ends up being $9 or $10. They're like, oh, here, you know, guess what? It was $10. Oh, that's fucking nice. You know, I might have not been stressing out as much about the whole order if you told me it was $10 to begin with. Yeah.
Honestly, the only time I ever do $7 tips is when I have a Domino's 3 miles from me. And I will tip them $7. It's easy. They get it to me quick? They're right down the street. You know, if I don't want to drive, I know they'll come up for $7. You know. Yeah.
I tip all the time. I mean, my Domino's is like, I don't know, 6 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
But I'll tip them $4 or $5 all the time.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like, man, I got some people, maybe they live 2 miles away from McDonald's, but I get the order. I'm about 5 miles down this way.
Yeah.
So I got to travel 7 miles, and they don't even tip. I'm like, yeah, this should, because McDonald's is 2 miles from you. I might be like 7 miles from McDonald's and 2 miles, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't know that, but it's crazy. I shouldn't have drank so much tonight. I have to go back. I didn't make enough this week. I was supposed to go back out tomorrow, but I was like, fuck it. I won't go back out.
It's not that late, man. It's like 8:30, and we've been drinking like 4% beers, man.
Yeah, but I'm a cheap date, hungover date. Yeah, it's like the next day. I'm like, Yeah.
Yeah, I get you, but I don't think it. Dude, you and Jammer are like drinking like I remember the underground mountain beer from Bell's that was like 13%.
No.
Oh, that's why, yeah, because it's like 13%. You guys drink some crazy beers, man. I've seen you way more, dude. I've seen you like come in and out of consciousness, dude. Like on the Christmas episodes and stuff, when you guys were like fucking like slamming like 7%. Like we're drinking rookie shit, man. This is actually the one thing about Cinco de Mayo. It's the most sessionable holiday ever because it's just like super light lagers and like fruity beers and shit.
Either salty lemon lagers or
yeah. There's no saisons. Get your pale ales. Take your pale ale, and you go to hell. You go to hell and you die. Like,
yeah, I mean with the winter beer, you got winter warmers, you got Dunkels, you got like everything.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh yeah, this is a lager, but it's our winter lager. Yeah.
Yeah, a winter lager at like 8%. It's like, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, winter warmer. It's gonna warm you up, all right. It's 10%.
If you think about it, dude, this is the most sessionable holiday of the year because by the time you get to 4th of July, somebody's like, hey, let's do a shot of whiskey while we're waiting for the steak to grill. Or, hey, let's try my 4th of July Amber American Patriot Ale or whatever. Like, dude, this is the time of the year you drink the light beers, right?
Right. And I wonder sometimes, like, we should start reviewing sodas or something,
Oh, you're getting the yawns, huh? Getting the yawns.
Yeah. Jammer didn't even reply back to me all day, though. I can't believe that.
I hope Jammer sees our videos, man. I thought I was respectful. I was like, I wanted to be like, hey, thanks, Shagdog, for you hosting. And I don't want to be, I'm not trying to be a dick to Jammer. I just want to be here and just like say what's up to everybody,
Here's all my.
Has Dulce Lager Especial, Watermelon Lager Especial, Cucumber, Lime and Salt, and Pineapple. So it has 4 different beers.
Yeah, one of them was a cucumber beer.
I got a large can of Modelo, and a large can of Modelo mango and chili. I might have to do a beer review tonight, one on Wednesday night.
So I got 10 beers. I got to do some tonight and some Wednesday night.
I'm buying that one. Don't worry, buddy. I'll keep the beers. I'll do it. They also have a Chihuahua, but I'm not buying that one.
I'm not buying that one.
The Chihuahua?
Don't worry, buddy. I'll keep the beer review going. I'll do a couple of these tonight, much as I can, and then I'll do some on Wednesday night, probably. Take a day off of work just for the beer review.
Just for the beer review. Yeah, they had Chihuahua, mixed batch of Chihuahua beer. There's like 4 different kinds, but I was going to buy that. I was like, that's too much.
Well, if your scale was right, I weighed 218.6 pounds at your house, which was about, 4 weeks ago? And after 3 weeks of P90X, according to the Publix scale, I weighed 210.5 pounds. So I've lost 8 pounds.
But he never replied to me. And on Facebook Messenger, they finally, when they hear the message, they'll show their little face picture.
It shows the face, yeah.
So he heard all those messages. He never gave me a thumbs up or okay, dude, or hey, maybe I could do beer review. Nothing.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's just busy and stuff,
You know what? Jammer's got a lot of women problems. Because we'll be doing beer reviews. Like when we sit down, he's bitching at me about setting up. He's like, oh, I'm like, the camera should be the same because I leave my one webcam over there so it's set up and he'll move it sometimes or his sister will come over and move it or something or whatever reason or whatever. But it should be the same. We're setting up. It's taking a damn hour and a half to set up. I'm like, man, I'm just bringing my computer over. I got plugged shit in. Why is it taking so long? Anyhow. And he's bitching and complaining. And then where was I going with this? Anyhow. Where was I going? I can't remember. Damn. My Joe Biden.
Well, Shagdog, I will say that my method's not perfect, but Julia, my amazing girlfriend, she loves reviewing beers. And so after each beer we reviewed, I took a little bit that was left and I put it in the fridge. So she's actually been reviewing the beers that we've been reviewing, like right behind us. It's like golf. Like she's right behind us on the course. Yeah. So I got most of her feedback, but she hadn't tried the mango beer yet, so I was like, ooh, I don't. She's like, is this okay? Am I gonna hate this? And I was like,
yes.
I said it was like she likes mango. We made mango salsa one time, and I was like, if you like mango salsa, I think you'd like that beer, right?
I don't know where I was going with that, but Jammer, I mean, all the time it's a big fiasco just to set up for a beer review. I'm like, dude, this shouldn't be this hard. It's, oh well. But lately, what I've been doing, if I know the beers, I got all the beer information. I'll type it up, the ABV and all that shit. So I set the video up. I just got copy and paste instead of typing it all
copy and paste it
between each video. But if I don't know the beers,
Was it easier for you guys to do in person or remote review like this? What's easier for you guys right now?
Well, it used to be easier back in the day because we know the beers. We'd have the beers a week before we did the review. So I would type up the info, print sheets out. Yeah, and he would do stuff too online, But nowadays it's like, okay, after we get together, okay, let me put the information in. Gotta look up all this shit, it takes forever. But if I get the beer and say he's about 5 hours, I'm like, okay. Lately, what I've been doing is like, okay, let me put all the information in before we start, before I get over there. So I got the ABV, the beer, the style, who makes it, So I don't have to copy and paste all that shit. I just got to copy and paste off my own instead of looking up off Beer Advocate or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll put it in.
You send him a message like you sent me. You sent me a message today, and you were like, "Hey, I got Modelo, and I got Modelo like mango y chili, and I have like the Corona," and I was like, I actually was like listening to your message in my headset while I was at the beer store, so I could like scan for what you got, and it made it easy. Maybe communication is like just to make it easier for you guys to line stuff up or whatever, right?
And that's what I was getting at too. So we're set up for the beer review, and then he's got 3 women of his life: his mother, his sister, and his significant other, and they'll all call. They must know when we're about to start a beer review. They'll all call him. It's like, so now we're waiting another hour to start because they're all calling him. I'm like, are you shitting me? Can't you just tell him, hey, I'd love to start beer review. Call me tomorrow, or call them. You're doing a beer review at 6 o'clock tonight. Call your mother. Call your sister. Call your lover about 2 hours before. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, me and Shagdog are going to do a video in 2 hours. I just wanted to call you before we started and get it all out of the way, because it happens every time we do a beer review. His mother calls him, his sister calls him, and his lover calls him.
All right, look, I'll counter that right now and say, but you guys were super best friends. Let me put it this way, dude. If aliens came down, because we were talking about aliens earlier, and ripped my spine out and just chucked my head over to the side, you'd be like, oh, that's a shame. I guess there's no more Jammer fan. But if actual Jammer died, you would be upset, because you guys go way back, man. You guys have that history.
No, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be upset if that happened to you too. That sucks. But I'm saying, if every week that happens, right when we're about to start it, and they're like calling you, hey, how about calling them 2 hours before? Get it out of the way before we start, because it's like clockwork.
I get it, man. I get it. You're saying that you want like a common courtesy in the etiquette, and there should be a thing. And but sometimes all I'm saying, dude, is like don't take for granted friendship, man, because it's one of like the fucking it's like a raw ore. It's like a fucking mineral. Like a good friendship, dude, is like fucking like that's platinum, baby. You're in Platinumville. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jammer would always, dude, if you were like dying and you needed somebody to like drag you to like the tar pits to throw you in or whatever, for your final death, like Jammer would be there to like chuck you into the tar pit.
I don't know. His work schedule might get hectic.
I think he would pencil it in. I think he would kick you off of a ledge a 4-inch ledge into a sludgy tar pit to
I'm
your
thinking
ultimate demise.
it'll be like, I got to work 12 hours. I don't have time for that.
I think you underestimate him. I think he would pencil it in, dude. He would pencil it in.
I would hope.
He'd pencil it in.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hell, I would pencil it in. All the shit you talked about me over the years. I'm just kidding.
We'll see if he ever does that, because he's kind of he has something called jammer time. He's really slow. Like, hey, let's do this at 7, and it'll be like 8 or 9. You're like, hey, it's 9. Hey, we call it jammer time. We actually use his real name, last name.
I like it though, but you know what? Jammer's cool as fuck, dude. If he wasn't cool as fuck, you wouldn't be his friend. So you have to respect the jammer. Right? It's like
one time we were going out to a bar last year and a half ago. It's probably about a year and a half ago. And I get out, the Uber's coming. I'm like, hey, Jammer, the Uber is down the street. He's down the street now. I told him, I said, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. All right, I'm calling Uber. Uber's coming down the street. 20 minutes later, he's still not ready. I'm like, you ready? It's coming down the street. Yeah, I'm ready. I get out. I'm like, the Uber's out front. I get out there. I'm like telling the Uber driver, I'm like, I'm sorry about my friend. He's on jammer time. He'll be out here in a second. And finally, about 2 minutes later, jammer comes walking out of his house, gets in the car. But before I get out there, I told the Uber driver, I was like, hey, when he gets in the car, I say, hey, nothing like jammer time, huh? And so jammer gets in the car, and the Uber driver says, nothing like jammer time. Actually, he uses his last name is actual. And then jammer looks at me, and he's like, yeah, he laughs. Yeah. I was like, yeah, jammer time. It's fun.
Dude, I like it, man. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put you guys both on blast right now, because a couple months ago, Ron Terrio told me how shit-faced you guys got. You guys visited him in Louisiana, and it was like the morning. Like, it was like Ron Terrio went home and slept or something, and he woke up, and you guys were still getting fucking shit-faced on the town. And he took you guys for pancakes, but he said you both looked like you were gonna barf. Like, you guys were fucked up, man.
Well,
you guys were fucked up.
The night before, the first time we got there, me and Jammer went out, and we drove all day to get there, right? And I worked all night. I worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I think I was on 12
But you guys got fucked up, dude. You guys got faded. I heard you guys got fucking faded, dude.
We met him the night before, and he took us on a little tour of town, besides Bourbon Street, the streets off the side.
Yeah.
And we didn't drink too much while we were with him touring, because couldn't drink. And when he left, we finally went back to Bourbon Street. We had 2 beers, but it was too crazy. We're like, let's go back to the hotel room. So the next morning we wake up and we're like, man, let's go get some Bloody Marys, the famous New Orleans Bloody Marys. We get down to Bourbon Street, find one place that's open. We did 2 double Bloody Marys, and then Ron is calling us. He's like, hey. He's done. We didn't even know he was coming back down to see us. He just says, hey, I'm on whatever street. I want to give you guys a tour of North New Orleans. And we're like, what the hell? I was like, what the fuck? We just started drinking our Bloody Marys, I'm chugging the second one, So we got in the car, and just as 2 Bloody Marys got me ripped. And I passed out in the back. Next thing I know, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, he gave Jammer the whole tour of North Orleans. I'm passed out the whole time. I wake up and we're we're at some ice cream place. I'm like, they have Bloody Marys. And we went out there. Jammer was somewhat sober,
Yeah.
I was the drunk one. But he picked us up too. The first day we did beer reviews together, our second day there, we got there, we went out to Bourbon Street. Our first night we spent at the hotel. And in the morning, he got with us. We did a beer review at the hotel. And then he took us out to lunch. And when we go out to lunch, there's cop cars all over, a helicopter. What's going on? Somebody killed a cop today. They're looking for the murderer. And we're in the middle of where they're looking. Takes us to this restaurant.
Yeah.
We get done with the restaurant, and he says, I'm going to church, mass, at this church down here, so I'll be back later. We're like, okay. Then he came back and took us out for tour. So we didn't get really too rocked that night. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds fun. I just like the story, yeah.
It were too. I was more drunk than Jam because when he took us on the tour of New Orleans, those 2 double Bloody Marys, and then drinking the night before put me out. I was sleeping in the back car. I was like,
Yeah.
And it was really sad. We got done with that one. Me and Jammer went to a couple bars afterwards. He dropped us off. And we were leaving the next day. And we were like, we called it an early night at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And we're like, let's go back to the hotel, go to sleep. We'll set the alarm for 3 and head back home at 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Didn't happen.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. And
on
the way home, it downpoured the whole way. We're coming from Louisiana all the way back to Florida. It's like a downpour. It was like crazy.
Damn. That's what you get for going to the bayou, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You go to the bayou, you get wrecked, dog.
You go to the bayou, you don't get found again.
Yeah.
So, that was fun, though. But
bayou.
the night we went to Bourbon Street after he left to give us a little tour of the streets from the side, and he left, and we went down back to Bourbon Street, and we're sober. And it's like 10 o'clock at night by this time. There were so many drunk idiots out there. I was like, man, let's go back to the hotel. This is horrible. It was like a lot of drunk idiots out there. And I don't mind drunk idiots when I'm drunk, but when I'm sober, drunk idiots are idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the end of that. That was all right, though. Jammer doesn't like to go anywhere a few more days. Like last time we went on vacation together, we went to Longboat Key here in Florida. But I was like, that was in 2019. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to Daytona for a week in July. He's like, no. Go with me on vacation. I'm taking a couple days off in May. We'll go somewhere together in May. I'm like, okay, where are we going to go? So at first we started talking about Key West. But we wanted to be by Duval Street, the hotel. But I was like, oh, this hotel is $300 a night. This hotel is this. Oh no, that's too expensive. How about this one? It's $100 a night. I'm like, that's a hostel. I'm not sleeping in a room with other strangers. And so we did go to. Let's just go to Clearwater. Okay. Started looking for. I registered a room for Clearwater. And he's like, you know what? Me and my ex-girlfriend, we used to stay at this place down in Longboat Key, and it was nice. It's not too expensive. I'm like, okay. Luckily, it was a refund thing I did, so I got my refund. Look for Longboat Key. We get a hotel down there. And I was like, man, I want to do 5 or 6 nights. I'm on vacation. He's like, oh, I could only do 3 nights because I got to save some money because I'm going to Germany. You know, he goes to like Germany or Ireland or some shit every year. I was like, that's great and dandy for you, but not for me. But anyhow, we did 3 nights, Longboat Key, and the second day there, we spent the night. He got sunburned really bad. The next day, he was out of it. That was it. We were there for 3 nights, and that was pretty much it for Jammer. Yeah. So next time I go on vacation with Jammer, and we had the sunblock too. I had the spray kind. I was like, he sprayed himself a little bit. I was like, man, you want to spray more on and rub it in? He's like, nah, I'm good. And he got burnt really bad.
Yeah. Like a baked potato sounds like fuck.
And we went out to dinner that night, and we're driving around looking for a place to eat. He was like, we went to the Circle place by Sarasota. I forget the name of the place, but he's like, he's doing the damn National Lampoon's Vacation, Big Ben, you know, Chevy Chase going around the square. He's like, Big Ben. He kept driving around circles going, Big Ben. I'm like, dude, come on. Let's find a place to eat. You know, it was a horrible experience. Don't go on a vacation with Jammer.
Ouch, man. You guys are best friends though, dude. You don't know how good of a best friend is, dude. Having a best friend, Shagdog.
He's like a grumpy old man. Even before we went there at Longboat Key, we went to Longboat Key.
He's your best friend.
Yeah. He told me about this place. He's like, hey, and this place here is off by Sarasota. He's like, oh, they play Jimmy Buffett, you know, music and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. So I kept that in mind. Hey, Jammer likes that. So we get down there. We're looking for a place to eat. He doesn't want to stop or anywhere and walk around. He just wants to keep driving. I'm like, okay. So we drove all the way up Longboat Key to Anna Marie Island. Didn't want to stop anywhere. We get all the way up north part of Amarillo. That's like 30 miles or something, 20 miles. I'm like, why don't we go to that place you told me about in Sarasota? You know, Jimmy Buffett music. He was like, okay. So we cut across from the island back to the mainland, come all the way back down south, another 30 miles. We get to that place. We get there. He doesn't like it. He's like, yeah, this place is, I don't like this place. I'm like, so then we left there, and that's when we went to the square. It's like St. Armand's, which is by Sarasota. We're going around in circles around the square. That Italian, different restaurants. He's like, look, an Italian restaurant. I'm like, yeah, let's stop and walk out and get. He just kept driving around in circles. He's like, Big Ben, Big Ben, Big Ben. I'm like, what? He's like, you know, National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm like, man, let's just go back to the hotel. We're supposed to be going to this place to go to karaoke. We're going back to the hotel. We get to this bridge. We went from Sarasota to Longboat Key. We're going across the bridge. He goes, oh, that looks like a restaurant. I was like, well, it's too late now. We're going over the bridge. Oh, no, it's not. He does a U-turn on the bridge. He goes back. It's not even a restaurant. It's a fishing place, fish bait. But while we're down there, he sees another restaurant down the way by the water. He's like, oh, there's one. Okay, let's go there. Fine, let's go there. We get there. He orders fish and chips. He's not happy with their menu, but he orders fish and chips because I guess he likes fish and chips. You know, fish and chips, yeah. After he orders that shit, he's like, that's the worst fish and chips I've had. I was like, why the fuck do you order fish and chips all the time? I ordered a fucking hamburger or a steak or something.
Yeah.
So we get back to the hotel. We're going to go karaoke. And I was like, we'll just Uber to the karaoke place. So it's like, 15-minute ride up the island.
Yeah, yeah.
And we Uber up there. Well, he's sunburned because from earlier today, he's not complaining about it too much yet. And then we get to the karaoke place, not too bad. We both sing about 3 or 4 songs. And we leave, go back to the hotel. But the next day, he's out. Wake up in the morning, I'm like, hey, let's go to the beach. He's like, oh, he slept all day. I got pictures, too, if you want to see them. But he's in the bed all day long. I'm out at the beach. I'm at the pool. I'm drinking his pirate punch rum that he made. I'm drinking. About 6 o'clock at night, I'm finally like, I'm pooped. I'm going to lay in bed, take a nap. And then he's waking up at 7:30. He's like, come on, let's take pictures of the sunset. What are you doing in bed? All of a sudden, I'm like, dude, you've been in bed all day.
Yeah.
So he's giving me a hard time about taking a nap. I've been drinking all day and out in the sun all day. Well, let's show you some jammer pictures of that day. You ready for it?
Oh God, no! I'm not ready for it. I don't think you should do it, man. Don't. That's too personal, man. Too personal, bro.
Yeah, that's all right. It'll be okay if I can find them.
But don't do it, man. Come on. This is about a celebration, man. It's a holiday. We're celebrating everybody.
Yeah, it's called Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It's only a couple pictures. Now, here's the first video when he showed up at the house to pick me up.
So 18 years ago, we rented a Firebird
like a
convertible
movie,
to
yeah.
go to Key West, but this is what we're riding in 18 years later. It's terrible.
I was talking about 18 years earlier, we had a Firebird. Now he's showing up in the minivan.
Yeah.
And then there's one picture of him, but you can barely see him.
Yeah.
He got tissues in his lips. He was feeling sick, too. And then there he is.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
day he was sunburned. And, I think I got a video of it.
Yeah, see, only best friends would pull that kind of shit, man. That's why you guys are best friends, man. Get it.
But that was him all day long till 6 o'clock at night.
I know, but continue to be best friends. Continue to be best friends with Jammer. Continue to be best friends. Be best. Be your best, Shagdog. Be your best.
Oh, I'll try. All right, is that the last beer review? We're at 49
Yeah, dude,
minutes.
we're at the end of the rainbow, man.
This is almost like a jammer video. We're at 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll have to edit it this way.
There's no scores don't even matter now, man. It's just we just gotta like.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we even skip scores on that?
I don't even know, dude. I think we just need to like. You just need to play an outro. We just need to like a swan. We just need to swan out of here, dude. Just do like a swan dive, and let's elegantly leave the video. You know, do like
I wish I had
give us an out.
I wish I had a
Like,
swan video.
well, then just play a video. Play anything. For the love of God. Play
There
something.
we go. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Shagdog.
Jammer fan, thank you. All the people that suffered through these videos, thank you. God bless you. God bless your soul.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, 4th of July, somewhere around there.
Hopefully with the real jammer. I'm like the great value Walmart jammer.
Great value, yeah. Let's save a lot.
Save a lot, jammer.
I will see you on the next one.
See.